What's up guys, welcome back here. Today I'm back with another video, and this video I titled it Paul George Ain't Playing Around, but it's really about the Clippers and Lakers game and my takeaways about the Clippers and the Lakers. I just did one on the Nets and the Warriors. But before we start the video, you already know it's going to be a banger, so make sure to drop a like on it. Comment down below any new video ideas you want me to do. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. At 73 right now, that goes 100 by the end of the year. Only got 8 days left, so hope we can get it soon. But now let's get started. So first, let's talk about the Clippers in their 116-109 victory over the Lakers. As I gotta admit, almost everyone on the Clippers I felt like had a really good game, in my opinion. Paul George went off. He had like an 80-something% true shooting percentage, which is just crazy. He ended with 33 points, had 6 rebounds, and had 3 assists. Shot 13 for 18 from the field, 5 for 8 from the 3. Made both of his free throws. Even though he had 5 turnovers, he was tied for the best on the team in plus minus with a plus 17. I felt like he looked really good, really comfortable out there. I felt like he was trying to find like those open man, trying to make those extra passes. Sometimes it was just too much like energy and flow that like sometimes he'd be not taking some wide open shots. But his shots looked really comfortable. I felt like he was trying to find his teammates a little bit more. And even though that one pass to Luke Kennard didn't go to Luke Kennard, but I felt like he was just trying to find open teammates, and I felt like that helped his game a lot. About Kawhi Leonard, I felt like he was forcing up a bunch of shots. He ended with 26. But shot 10 for 26, 1 for 8 from the 3, ended with 5 fouls in 34 minutes. I felt like he didn't look like his normal self. He was forcing about a bunch of shots. I just felt like he could have had a much better game. I felt like that would have helped the Clippers not almost blow a 20-point lead. But even though he struggled, they got the dub, and that what matters most. Serge Ibaka's first game, I felt like he had a really good game. 15.6 rebounds. I felt like he did really good defensively. Even though he had the worst plus minus in 21 minutes, I felt like he did good whenever he was switched to LeBron. He would always force him to take like contested 3-point shots instead of driving to the lane. I felt like that was what they need if they want to stop LeBron. I have to say that I have to give a shout out to Ivica Zubac. He had 11 points and 6 rebounds, and he looked really good running the rim, protecting the paint. I felt like he had a really solid game. If he's able to keep this up, I feel like the Clippers can be really scary. The rest of the bench did decent. You know, Lou Williams is going to get in and get his buckets. Luke Kennard did okay. Then knocked down a 3-pointer, which was disappointing, but he did all right. Patrick Patterson got himself a 3-pointer. And that was really about it for the bench because no one else really played meaningful minutes. Reggie Jackson somehow played 3 minutes and took 3 shots and missed all 3. But it's all right. But as for the Lakers and their loss, I'm not going to take too much away from it because I feel like at times I didn't even see that the Lakers were trying. LeBron, I felt like they put him on rest mode because he just finished his finals. Had 3 minutes to play. I feel like he put him on rest mode. Ended with 22 points, but he took a lot of 3-pointers. He didn't see the same as the old LeBron. AD only ended with 18 and 7. He shot pretty well, shooting 8 for 15, but they each had 4 turnovers each. And even though LeBron did have a good plus minus at plus 2, AD had a minus 16, which was weird to see. One thing I will take away was that Marc Gasol looked awful in 12 minutes. Didn't even score because he didn't even get to shoot because he had 5 fouls as a starting center. That required Montrezl Harrell to play a lot. And he got to play the most minutes. Even though he ended with 17 and 10, he looked really good. But Marc Gasol looked completely awful. And he's going to have to change some things up. One thing I want to talk about is Kuzma getting his new contract. He was knocking down some big-time shots. Ended with 15 points on 6 for 11 shooting. He helped them keep into the game. And my take on Taylor Horton-Tucker was actually correct, as he only got to play 11 minutes. Some of those minutes were in garbage time. But he ended with 6 points, shot 2 for 2. I felt like he did really good. But my take was right. Caruso surprisingly wasn't knocking down his 3-pointers. He finally knocked down 1, but he went 1 for 4. He looked kind of off. And for the Lakers, I'm not going to take much for them. They're still my title favorites because they still have LeBron and AD. I just feel like at the beginning of the season, they're going to take a lot of rest. They're going to lose multiple games. People are going to start doubting them. And then they're going to turn up at the end of the season and then the playoffs. And they're going to show really what they truly are. And I see them repeating as champions, even though I'm not a huge LeBron fan. I'm not a huge Lakers fan in general. But I feel like they're still going to repeat. And as for the Clippers, I feel like this year they're not going to be a second-round exit. I feel like they really have a chance to make the Western Conference Finals. Maybe they may lose in the second round, but I feel like it's just going to look much better than how it looked last year, how blowing the 3-1 lead, blowing 3 20-point leads. I feel like they're going to have an actual fight. Probably make it to the Western Conference Finals. Compete with the Lakers. They're not going to win, in my opinion, because LeBron and AD are going to turn up more than how they really did. None of them played more than 32 minutes. Actually, no one of the Lakers played more than 32 minutes. Then you know LeBron and AD are going to play like 40 minutes when it comes down to the big time. And I'm not see Paul George having a game like this again. But if somehow PG continues to be like this, it could be a really good year for PG. Right now, he low-key winning the MVP race if the season ended today. MVPG back? But for real though, great game by PG. Hopefully Kawhi can turn it up. And don't be like the Lakers aren't title contenders anymore. Oh, I forgot to tell about Dennis Schroeder's game. 14 points, 12 rebounds, and 8 assists. He did not shoot efficiently, but that was mostly because he was struggling at the beginning of the game. But he was doing everything for the Lakers, which is weird to see. He usually doesn't do that in OKC. He's mostly just a scoring guard. But the fact that he was expanding his game a little bit because the shot wasn't falling, it's a bright spot to see, and hopefully he can continue it. But you'll probably see LeBron have more those type of games, getting us all like 20 points, getting like 12 rebounds, 8 assists, just being like an all-around guy for him. But yeah, Kawhi looked off, but he'll pick it up. Paul George looked really hot. Hopefully he can continue it. Hopefully the Clippers bench become more meaningful other than just those 4 guys. And don't doubt the Lakers because they're still going to be title contenders. Don't worry. What do you guys think about this video? What are your takes on the Lakers and Clippers? If you enjoyed, make sure to drop a like on it. Comment down below any of the videos you want me to do. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Peace out, guys.